Hello internet friends, it's me, Literal Cream. Today we're going to talk about internet creeps. Coming from an internet creep. I have a couple stories about internet creeps. Let me bring up the receipts on these creeps. Ooh, a new follower, wow, I'm so famous. Alright, so I was on YouNow a few months back. And I get a message from a viewer. They're saying, do you check your Instagram DMs? And I'm like, I don't have notifications turned on for Instagram. I check them every now and then. And they're like, oh, can you go check them? So I did. I went ahead. And they start off, what management are you currently signed to? Sorry to bother you while you're busy broadcasting. I'm like, hi. Do you book shoots freelance or through management? And I go, who are you? Do you have a website? I use Instagram just as a messaging app. I work in fashion marketing and currently casting for a shoot on February 24th. I'm not trying to hire you on the spot or anything like that by any means. Just wanted to ask your rates at the very least. I normally will do phone or Skype call in order to go over all the details. Models normally find that the easiest way to confirm this is legitimate, since anyone can just name drop a website. And I said, I'd possibly be interested, but I need more information. And then they ask again about my rates, and I go, can you send me your website or a portfolio? Like I said, I work in fashion marketing, so I'm not the photographer. I work on the business side of casting. We can just talk out loud later. Like I said, anyone can just send you a random website link. It doesn't automatically make someone legitimate. And I'm like, I need more information on who you are, LMAO, not into human trafficking. He goes, a 5 to 10 minute Skype call is a bit of a slippery slope to human trafficking. I'm not trying to hire you on the spot, as it's a paid shoot and there are other models in consideration currently. And I'm like, I need to know more information. Who do you work for? And they're like, I'm independently contracted. And then I'm like, okay, what brands have you worked with and what's your name? They give me their name and also again mention they don't name drop. As I've been saying, anyone can do that. It doesn't have any bearing on legitimacy. It's having an actual vocal conversation can. Alright, let's just think about this. So, what fashion scout, what agent is going to be on YouNow just browsing the section for girls to book for their modeling shoot? No. And the Instagram they used was fashionmanagement.nyc. Anyone can make an Instagram called Fashion Management NYC. One post, one follower, 363 following. Okay, you sound very legit. You sound very legit. And constantly refusing to send me a portfolio, a website, people they've worked with because they don't want to name drop. That's not name dropping, that's giving references. Like, I knew this was bullshit from the start, but I decided to humor them. So I don't know what their MO is. Maybe they just want to have a Skype call with some of them on YouNow. That's kind of what it seems like. I'm not gonna waste my time just Skyping with some random stranger. Maybe they're gonna yank their dick out on Skype. I don't know what their plan was. Pretty much it seems like they want to have Skype calls with people on the internet. Now, there is of course the possibility that they'll say, this is who I am, look, we had a Skype call, I'm legitimate, come to New York, and bam, you're gone into human trafficking. Who knows? Possibility. I was on YouNow just a couple days ago. And I go on to Instagram later, and I have a message request. I'm a girl who is on your YouNow. Actually, was it you? I have something to tell you about my mom's boyfriend. And I say, okay, go. My mom's boyfriend. He made me kneel down on the floor in front of him. Can I tell you? And I say, you've got the freedom of speech. How old are you? Please, 11 or 12 because you look young. And I said, I'm 43. Seen, no response. So no story time. Seen, no response. I respond with, bitch, that's what I thought. You ain't some 12-year-old girl. You're a 50-something-year-old man, LMAO. Seen, and then I'm blocked. Because I decided not to humor this person. Because some of you guys, some of you say, oh, you shouldn't fuck with crazy people on the internet, and some of you are like, go ahead. This time, I didn't fuck with them. I Didn't say, yeah, I'm a 10-year-old girl. I came out and said, right, I'm 43. Confirmed exactly what I thought. So this is some person pretending to be a 12-year-old girl. They message other girls that they presume to be young. I don't know why they thought I was 11 or 12. I don't look 11 or 12. I had no makeup on, but I don't know, whatever. They like to message other girls I think are 11 or 12 and tell them the story about how their mom's boyfriend molested them. So maybe they get off on just telling young girls fucked up things, or maybe they use this as a ruse to convince other young girls to admit to sexual things, maybe even send them photos. I knew this is exactly what they were doing, because if you're a 12-year-old girl getting molested, this is not how you come out, okay? I was a 12-year-old girl. I know how 12-year-old girls talk, and it's not like this. Sure, maybe there's 1% of people that do, but that means I'm 99% sure this is a 50-something-year-old man being a creep on the internet trying to get young women to listen to his fucked up stories. The minute I told them I'm not a 10-year-old girl, they're not interested. They're done. And the minute I confront them, I'm blocked. So I messaged them from my other Instagram account. I have quite a few Instagram accounts, but I only use like 2. And I go, LMAO, does this ruse usually work for you? You tell young girls your story of how your mom's boyfriend molested you as a way to convince them to admit to or say sexual things in return? Or do you just get off on telling fucked up lies to presumably young girls? I know that's what you want, because the minute I told you I wasn't a 12-year-old girl, you weren't fucking interested. Do you think I'm fucking stupid? I see right through you and you're a sick fuck. They probably just went straight into their requests because they haven't seen it. But that's exactly what they're doing. And this made me think of a story. I used to date this guy and he had a younger sister. And he was telling me about how she got sucked into something like this. She was talking to someone on the internet who pretended to be a girl about her age, maybe a little bit older, and convinced her to send photos of her naked body to compare. Like, hey, can you send me a pic of your breasts? Because I want to see if mine are developing the same way, or something along those lines. I don't know, I didn't see the chat log, but once they get one photo, they can blackmail you with more. And he was telling me how fucked up this guy was, convincing his younger sister to do these things, like how thought out and planned it was. And you think, well, how can you be so stupid? But, you know, you're just a kid dealing with an adult, a predator. And they'll rub you in. That's exactly what this person is doing on Instagram. I'm 99% sure. If this girl is the 1%, you're actually being molested and I'm wrong, well, please go talk to an adult, not some random stranger on You Now. It just makes me sad to realize that there's people out there like that. Of course, you know that there are, but when it's so prominent, it's just a harsh reality. And it made me think about that girl, Amanda Todd. I'm sure a lot of you know the story. I think she was 15 when she killed herself because a photo of her breasts or her naked body was spread around the internet. People were bullying her for it, called her a slut, called her a whore, and eventually it got to be too much and she killed herself. And at the time when this happened, I was one of the people that was like, oh, what a dumb bitch, you send a photo of your tits and now you killed yourself, like, fuck you. I was one of the people that was like, what a dumb slut. And thinking about that now, it's really sad, and I'm sad that I had that mentality. I no longer do. I sympathize with her. It's awful that that happened to her, because if you look into the case, it was some something-year-old man that convinced this poor girl to send him a photo of her tits and then blackmailed her to the next school she went to, leaked her nudes. I don't know. I don't remember exactly everything. This is some adult man blackmailing this poor 15-year-old girl and eventually driving her to kill herself. Sure, she did a dumb thing, she's embarrassed by it, but it doesn't make her a slut, it doesn't make her a whore. What happened to Amanda Todd is tragic, it's sad, it really is, and I'm sad that I had the mentality, and a lot of other people had or still have the mentality, that she was a dumb whore. You know, she should kill herself, she should drink bleach, when she was really just a child. And it also bothers me that I even said it now, she's just some dumb kid that made a mistake. Exposing your breasts isn't a mistake. You know, I know a lot of people aren't as comfortable with their naked body as I am with mine, and a lot of people would feel ashamed, embarrassed. They'd feel like they had their lives ruined if their breasts were leaked onto the internet. It makes me sad that that's the views of a lot of other women out there. And that men also feel the same way, that, oh, she posts her tits, she's a slut, she's a whore, fuck that ugly cunt, fuck her. She deserves to get raped, she deserves to kill herself because she exposed herself. I know there was a girl at my school who was on a Skype call and flashed her tits. I guess the photo got around. I don't know. She wasn't my grade. And she made the excuse like, oh, I was just taking off my sweater. And again, I was like one of the people that was like, oh, like what a dumb slut. Other people are calling her a slut. But there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't feel ashamed that people have seen your naked body. You shouldn't feel ashamed that you have breasts, because everybody has nipples, everyone has tits, and I guarantee you there's a lot of men out there with bigger tits than you. You're not a slut for having a body. You're not a slut for showing your body. And if you have a lot of sex and you are a slut, that's fine. You do you. Nothing wrong with that either. It makes me sad that women are so shamed and targeted and bullied for that. Makes me sad that I had those same feelings when I was younger, and that there are people out there still preying on these young women today. What happened to Amanda Todd is really tragic. It was some internet creep that bullied her to her death. And it upsets me that she felt so ruined by a photo of her naked body, and that people shamed her for it, that she killed herself. Here's a little internet story I had. I used to go on Club Penguin as a kid. When I was in 4th grade, I'm talking to this penguin, and I was convinced he was some boy at my school, and I was like, meet me at the tree at recess, and he didn't show up. Don't think that's who I was talking to. But also on Club Penguin, they had safe chat, and I know they had the program safe chat, but they had filtered chat, because my friend and I would go to the library. We'd both log on to our Club Penguin accounts, both be in the same server, and chat to each other, and I would say something and it wouldn't show up on her screen unless you typed in something like, hey, how are you, want to be friends? Wouldn't show up. So that's why there are so many penguins that just didn't respond. I think I've said about everything. My camera is about to die, so I'm kind of rushing through this. But those are a couple stories on internet creeps. If you're a woman out there, you have your nudes leaked or something, or someone's blackmailing you with it, I'm sorry that's happening to you. There isn't anything to be ashamed about regarding your body. Everyone has a body. I know you may not feel that way. The people that are shaming you, insulting you for existing are the ones in the wrong, not you. We all make things we think of as mistakes. It's okay. It breaks my heart that women can lose their jobs for having a nude leaked, their careers ruined, their lives ruined, for having a photo of themselves leaked on the internet. And then men who molest children get 3 months in prison. Men who rape get 3 months in prison. No jail time. But a woman who exposes her breasts, takes a photo in a bathing suit, her whole life is ruined. A woman who was a stripper in her past comes up and, oh, we won't hire you, you're a dumb slut. Meanwhile, this guy that raped a woman is out of jail in a month and a half. Okay. Yeah, right, dumb slut. Just, quick, brief stories on internet creeps. I think I said everything I wanted to say. I don't know if I did, because my camera's dying. This is stressing me out. Okay, bye.